Welcome to another episode of the Indy and Dutch podcast. Garden, you have one light working in the background. We'll touch on that in a minute because, you know, electricity shortages, you should have sorted it out. I'm wearing a Deals t-shirt, which means, what does it mean, Garden? What does it mean that we're talking about today?
You haven't said Sat Sri Akal yet. And this is the thing you've been doing. Say it, please.
Sat Sri Akal, putt ki haal hai?
Well, yeah. Today we're talking about the Dilj. That
the man on my t-shirt. You going to try and call me a hater again now, or what? Are we done with this rhetoric?
I think what's interesting about it is, you know, in the same way you say things to me that you do just to trigger me. And you told me this recently. You just chundi. I did the same thing with the dosing. I know you're not a hater, but I like saying it to you because it does trigger you.
Listen, I saw him twice in a month. I can't be that much of a hater.
मैं अपनी mortgage payment miss करके उन्हें देख
Absolutely, I did.
For the happiness of my wife.
Well, unfortunately, he isn't going through a very happy time himself, is he?
He is not. Let's
talk about it.
Fame, right? Fame attracts. Fame's an interesting thing, right? You just assume that how can anybody hate me? And we have learned this, right? Like, time to time.
Oh, sorry. Did you just ask the dumbest question ever? How can anyone hate me?
Let me land, right?
Oh, let me land. Well done.
Doing Indy phrases, right?
Good slang.
Yeah, right. So now and again, we'll look at, we'll click on the button on Instagram, look at the followers, see how close we are to the next milestone. Because Indy, Sanj, and I play this game about who can post it first. I don't really play anymore. And what always surprises me, we've talked about this with other content creators as well, is the number of people that unfollow. The amount of effort it takes to unfollow, right? And then I take it one step further. I'm like, what would have made you? What did we say? What did Indy say that triggered you so hard?
What do you say as well, you knob?
Just right? You. What did Indy say?
It's definitely you as well. We are 50-50 in this.
Well,
your dickishness is my dickishness and vice versa, okay?
I think it is both of us, but I think there's definitely more weighted towards you.
I really don't think it is that.
We'll put a poll
I think
out.
it's more weighted towards you, but okay.
Do you think more people unfollow because of me than you?
Yes.
Okay. Of the two of us, I have this line, which is kind of like the midline, and your views are like, pew, 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 like this.
Yeah, but if we have two people who are midlines, it's dry, isn't it?
Oh, I'm saying it's good for the vibe. I'm just answering that question. Two different things you're saying there. More people will probably unfollow because of you. Yes, people won't follow because of me. Absolutely.
That's definitely not true.
I think
I will put
we'll do a poll.
money on this.
Do a poll. We'll do it.
No one's going to interact with that, you knob. Because people who are still looking aren't going to.
The amount of effort it takes.
Possibly the stupidest thing you've said so far.
When we do the live show, we'll ask there. Put your little.
But that doesn't make sense either, dickhead, because they're paid to come and see us.
Yeah. Who do you like more? That's the same question.
Oh, it's not the same question, but okay.
It takes a lot of effort. So with Dilj and his level of stardom, and we're like, my God, this guy's amazing. Look what he's doing for Punjab. He's going to the Met Gala, And then you see all this nafrat. You like that word? You know that word?
Don't know what it is.
Oh, good. New word for today, Indy. Say it. Practice. Nafrat.
Sounds like Nusrat.
It does.
Oh, the light came on. I said Nusrat and the light came on. He's just dying of a coughing fit. Y'all got a good inhale with that. I know I said y'all. You guys got a good inhale with that, okay? Oh, it's flickering.
You got the power, man. And then you got,
It's gone now.
Yeah, say it again.
I'm not going to say it again. It's
You're trying to jinx it.
Don't want to use my power too much.
It's when Indy speaks, it comes on. Indy.
So what is it? Nufrat?
Indy. Good, very good. Yeah, it does sound like Nusrat. You know what I like about you? There are certain things I know which I can never look at in a different way until you say something like that, and I'm like, yeah, it does.
I do things in like sounds like.
Yeah.
I do a lot of language in that way.
That's good. It's good. So nafrat is hate.
Sure.
But like again, it's one of those so venomous kind of words, right? You know, like
I was going to say nazar, but okay.
Nazar, yeah, nazar is a yeah, put nazar, but it's not nafrat. Say nafrat. Say it like that.
I said it, Baji. What do you want me to say?
Say it with the venom. Say it with the venom.
Nafrat.
You see? Khatarnak and nafrat. See, they're two sides of the same coin.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho. So much hate towards Dilj. Why? Well,
Sardaarji 3, isn't it? That film came out. And I didn't fully understand the story until the last 2 weeks. Has it been 2 weeks? It's been about 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
By the time this airs, it'll be 2 weeks. I've looked at it and I've tried to understand what's happened, and I'm still a little bit puzzled, but I'm going to do my best to break it down. So, Diljit Dosanjh makes Sardaarji 3. He has an actress on it called what?
Sorry, when you say he makes it, what do you mean by that? He wasn't director.
Funded it, produced it, no?
Fine, so he's a producer role, but he didn't do the casting. That is important to the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He starred
Diljit
in it.
Dosanjh stars in a film called
Mm.
Sardaarji 3, of which he is, let's say, the pioneer of it, the front force, the person who's pushing the film along. Don't know how much he contributed towards it. Don't know if he's a director. Don't know if he's a producer. Gaurav can verify that. He had 2 actresses on it. Number 1 is Gaurav's crush, Neeru Bajwa. Number 2 is Hania Aamir.
Yeah. Baby me out, man.
And what, man? And what?
Neeru Bajwa. A very nice lady. That's all I'm going to say.
That's nice. I'm happy for you. Let me finish my story. Hania Aamir, she's a Pakistani actress, and she's been getting a little bit of shit recently because what happened? Let's take it back a step. The attacks in Kashmir, right? In Falagam, is it? Pahalgam, sorry. In Pahalgam. And people and celebrities of both sides of the border have said they disavow it. Yep. Makes sense.
Yep.
The problem with this is she is starring in a film funded by Indian cinema. So for her to say something against the Indian army or the Indian attacks, etc., is therefore a direct attack to nationalists on the Indian home state or India itself. The quote she actually said was this: "I don't have any fancy words right now. I just have anger, pain, and a heavy heart. A child gone. Families are shattered. And for what? This is not how you protect anyone. This is cruelty, plain and simple. You don't get to bomb innocent people and call it strategy. This isn't strength. This is shameful. This is cowardly. And we see you." That's what she posted. There was a second story in alignment with this where she was attached to some fake Instagram screenshots of her posting something against the Pakistani army. She came out and said that was fake, and she didn't say that at all. But she also got hate for that as well. So there were 2 things happening at the same time here.
To clarify, that first statement you read out was in response to the India's attacks.
India's attack back to Pakistan.
Yeah. Okay.
Called Operation Sindoor.
Yep. Okay.
And I only know it's called Operation Sindoor because that's stuck in my head because the Cloud Boys lost Sindoor in The Desi Apprentice. For those who don't understand, go and watch it. So, see what I mean? That is how my brain thinks. That is literally how it thinks. It just attaches onto things that I know. Yeah? Nusrat, Sindoor, Cloud 9000. Anyway, let's continue on.
CSK accused me recently of hiding the Sindoor.
Yes,
I did not hide the Sindoor.
He did. So, that was that. Now, onto your bit, Karan. What did you discover from this?
Yeah, so again, I started seeing the hate and I started saying, we need to boycott the film. Boycott the film in India, right? And so the main premise for this was, there's 2 things. It features a Pakistani actress. Pakistan is the enemy. Therefore, we should not be representing any Pakistani people. So that's one angle. Then the second part of that is Diljit's citizenship should be revoked.
Which is wild.
Like, come on, like there's 0 to 100, then there's 1,000, right? Like, he's not Indian. He's not repping us. Never mind the fact that the man's just on a world tour repping India's flag, right? Yes, he's all about Punjab and Punjabi, but he never disavows or disowns India, and he always makes it a point that I'm from India, and within India, I'm from Punjab. And I think in his India shows, he brings out an India flag, and he's very open about that. So I don't see the connect between. No, let me rephrase that. Why are you pinning this on Diljit? Why has he become the scapegoat for this is wrong, therefore this is the person we're going to pick on now because he's the most famous? That I don't understand. Now, a lot of people have been coming out and saying, Diljit's clearly in the wrong. He should be humble enough to not put out the film. That's what they've said, right? But then you have a lot of people on the other side. So just in the last 10 minutes I was reading, so there's a really, really famous, well-renowned actor, kind of, let's say, Amitabh Bachchan level actor, Indy, to give you some context. Nasruddin Shah. Have you heard of Nasruddin Shah?
Nope.
Okay, great actor. Very good actor. And let me just pull up what he said. He had a very good take on this, very well summarized. He's basically saying, look, Diljit wasn't in charge of casting. He wasn't the director. No one knows who the director is. He's like this nameless person. Well, they know who he is, but they don't know who he is, faceless person. No one's directing hate towards him, but it's all being directed towards Diljit, who's done nothing but try and put Punjab on the map. And then this is the bit I liked. He says, look, even if India Pakistan are at war, right? or attention or whatever, which historically has been the case and obviously flared up recently, he makes a point that are we saying that all Pakistani people are bad?
Correct. That's what they're implying.
Right, exactly. Exactly what they're implying. And he's saying, look, I have family members in Pakistan. I will see them. I will wish them love. I'm not holding each person personally responsible and accountable.
Exactly.
Look at our team. Look at our podcast team. Right? That's a perfect example.
They're all from Pakistan, bro.
Shout out to our team, man. All from Pakistan. Lovely guys. Beautiful relationship. So just to kind of, collate everybody into one thing and generalize and be like, Sare Pakistani, bad, and or Pakistani people saying Sare Indians are bad. It's not a sensible approach. What's really interesting is the BJP, right? So the BJP, you would imagine, would come out on the nationalist side. And they're like, nay, Diljit is a national asset. So no one expected that. The spokesman, the chairman.
I never saw that coming. But those who don't understand what the BJP is, they're the hard right party of India. The ones that just want India to be a full Hindu state, basically. That's the TLDR of their party.
In summary, okay.
There you go.
And it's like basically, Jira naam asir kya Hindustan asi Hindu bande rakhna. That's basically what Indy's saying,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they came out and he said he's a national asset. And obviously we know in the past we talked about when Diljit had that audience with Modi. So yeah, it just seems really odd, man. And these calls to remove him as an Indian citizen, like, come on.
Why would you to call for him to have his citizenship revoked? You know how ridiculous that is. He's not done any national act or anything nationally wrong to India,
inciting
or
violence,
even to any country. No violence, no nothing. Not said anything bad. All for what? For having a film made. Okay, and they got what they want. The film isn't being made, the film isn't being shown in India anymore. So you got what you want. You got the outcome you wanted. It's still not enough. Because now they say, no, ban all his films. It's dumb. Yeah. It's like, how far can you push this? It's like, okay, next thing you want him citizenship, then you want him burnt alive, then you want...
no shows in India, they've said as well.
Okay, there you go. No shows in India, so let's do that. Let's starve him. Let's then burn him, and let's break him alive. And then then he's fine. It gets silly, okay? And this happens a lot in India, judging by cultural events that we've seen in the past. We've covered this enough on the pod.
Beer Biceps recently, remember? They were trying to burn him as well.
Right, and this is crazy. Veer Das has said that people tried to tear down theatres that he was performing at because of the stuff he said in his To India speech. It gets over the top. And this is just another step showing that. For people that get upset at Hania, though, what do you expect her to say in that moment? Do you expect her to just stay silent and not say anything at all when people on both sides of the border are going to naturally back their country? And she said it in probably one of the most PC ways possible there. I can't really gain too much of an issue with what she said. I feel like that was very neutral.
I think she addressed it without, again, being angry or saying death to India, or anything like that. There's nothing overly aggressive.
If she was from India and she wrote hashtag Jai Hind, people would be ecstatic in India, but then the Pakistan side would have the outrage. She didn't provoke anybody in India with that. All she said was, I don't agree with you like attacking as a result of what happened. You're allowed to say that. That's called free speech. So you can do that.
You're also judged if you don't speak. That's the other thing.
Exactly. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You'd rather side with your people, which is what she did. And she said a neutral statement and now it's been taken out of context, which is great.
A lot of a statement is essentially speaking for humanity. That's what she's saying. Children have died. This has happened. War is not good for anyone. Like you can't say much further than that.
A couple of things about the film release. Number one, the film's already been shot, paid for. Everything's all been cleared. All it's got is just its release date. I don't think they're going to not put a film out because of something that's happened in current events. She didn't say anything provocative, so it doesn't make sense to stop the film for that reason. Adding to that, you've got your boycott already. What other notes have I got? He also had to shelve Punjab 84 already, and that was out of his control. This is firmly in his control. He's probably feeling like he's wasted a bunch of money already and time.
Punjab 84 or 95?
Punjab 95, apologies.
Yep.
Punjab 95, tried to put that out. That got shelved. He's probably thinking, I need to get this one out because it's important to me. I feel like it's a feel-good film. Nothing in it is really political or difficult. It's a horror comedy.
Yeah, it's a running series. Has Sardaarji 1, 2. So it's, he's done quite a few films with Neeru Bajwa. That's a good jury. They always do well on screen together.
And he can't cut out Hania in the film because she's the lead in it.
Main heroine.
So, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, and so some other takes from other actors were, come on, where's the nuance? Clearly this was shot pre the attack, right? So, fine, it may have been viewed... Okay, let's take that position, actually. So, attack has now happened. We're in current day. Would you cast a Pakistani actress in a film?
Yeah, the talent, man. I don't really care.
And see that, and
but I know that this is a thing where in Hollywood, I forgot what film it was. Yes, the new Gladiator. You saw it, right?
Yep.
There was a Palestinian actress who was cast in it, and she had a pretty major role. They cut her out the film pretty much completely because she was outspoken about what happened in Palestine. So there are ways that you can do it. And in Gladiator, it made sense because the film could still carry without her.
Yeah.
In this sense, I don't think that was possible, but I don't think Diljit would do that because I don't think she said anything that bad to flare up any tensions.
And then again, ultimately, it's not his decision, is it? It's the director, the casting people, it's whoever they want to put in the film. But for him to have a position, I don't think he'd have that position. I think he judges people, as most of us do, on their merit.
Yeah.
And I think, for example, if we have discussed, what is the line in terms of who would we not bring on the podcast? There's obviously a line, right? And we've talked about there may be certain people with certain political, religious life views, which we deem to be too extreme in our kind of perspective or belief system. And, we don't align, and therefore we wouldn't do that.
Correct. But
before that line, there's a lot of, we don't agree with all the people that we bring on the podcast on everything.
Yeah.
That kind of is the point, to explore each other's, perspective. You and I don't believe on everything exactly the same.
You really want to cough, don't you? Go on,
really
cough. It's okay. Like. It's okay. Yeah, go for it. You were wheezing through that statement. What did you say? Say it again.
I said, you and I, we don't agree on everything.
But that's the point. That makes for a good discussion.
Absolutely the point, right? And then off camera, we just slag each other off. So
yeah, you cheeky slag. Yeah.
And then yeah. The problem is, every time you say that now, I think of Omar.
Oh, fresh man.
Yeah, cheeky slag.
Yeah, the cheeky slag. Yeah. Taught him a couple of Britishisms and now he's using it to us all the time. Okay. There's a side point that came off this, which was raised by your brother-in-law, which I think was quite fair. Kenny, for those who don't understand, is Goran's brother-in-law. He is a representative of the pod. And he said to us, why do Punjabis have to keep showing or proving their Indianness to India? Is this stuff that we've not done enough? And he said, do some stats on this and pull it out.
Before you put the stats out, I think part of that is, and you're going to talk the stats. Do some of your stats talk about the armed forces, that type of thing, or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. So I won't mention that point. I think part of it is you have obviously a population of Punjabis who are asking for independence and Punjab to be separate state, right? Not all of it, not everybody is saying that, but that is a certain opinion, and those wanting the referendum from Khalistan and things. And so I think when nationalists see that, they're like, oh, they don't want to be Indian. They clearly don't want to be Indian. So then everybody else who doesn't have that opinion, everybody's held then to a higher standard. Well, do you want to be in India or not? Do you want to be Indian or not? Are you Punjabi first or Indian first? Now come on to your stats.
Any misstep you do is sort of zoomed in tenfold. So Punjabis in general and their contribution to India. For example, the British have 480,000 fighters from Punjab in World War I. Punjabis make up 8% of the army, despite only accounting for 2.5% of the overall population. We also donated gold ornaments, coins, and medals, and even coins from Maharaja Ranjit Singh's time to financially support the Indian government during the war with China in 1962. They gave over 252 kilos of gold along with cash donations. I feel like there's been enough proof there to say, chill. You don't have to keep zooming in on us so much.
When you're good at what you do, when you're vocal and you've got a lot of energy, when you're loud, you attract attention.
Yes, we do attract attention. And speaking of attracting attention, our boy Haroon got he managed to land the interview with Dilj and Neeru.
Exclusive.
You were so jealous. I could
Bro,
feel
like,
it.
yeah,
You're
just-
like, oh my God, he got
just-
to be in the same room as Neeru Bajwa. Wow.
Oh, just don't mention the name, man. Like,
What? Don't mention her name in vain, Indy.
Neeru Bajwa, man. That woman just is ageless, man. Anyway, we are distracted.
I've never seen someone this hung up about anyone before.
Goodness, holy
So
bloody hell.
weird.
Goodness. Listen, you're allowed to have crushes, okay? Very important. Bloody, we're going to talk about it later, yeah? Marriage material, okay? Jazz Diol. Shindy finds out Jazz Diol's and she's like, oh, you mentioned in our group.
Why haven't you been? Why haven't you gone to see it this week?
We're going.
Are you going?
Shindy's birthday, booked.
When you
yeah.
good boy.
Right.
Yeah,
And
no,
so
good boy, yeah.
No. And then I was like,
yeah.
I said, Shindy, he's not coming in a pug. He's not Mr. Panesar from
He might be. You got to watch it and find out, man.
Okay, but she's like, oh, and I'm like, listen, you have Jazz Diol, I have Neeru Bajwa. Anyway, did you see that clip of when when they're playing Haroon's head like a tabla?
Yeah, it was great.
That's so funny.
What was the comment I put? Haroon, why don't you let me play with your head like this?
Yeah, that's great comment. But the absolute GOAT clip and proof that he definitely understands and speaks English really well is when they were talking about the when you've had enough of people. I don't know if I sent it to you. I think I sent it to Sanj.
What, the fuck off thing?
Yeah, he goes, haka.
So when I watched the interview with Haroon, I thought that's going to be a clip in a couple of days, and lo and behold, it came out. Essentially, Haroon asks Dilj, do you guys ever get so fed up that you just want to tell people, just fuck off? Like, I'm doing my best. Leave me alone. We're all just trying over here.
Yep.
Piss off. And I thought, yep, that was smart. Then Dilj slipped up and said it. Then Neeru slipped up and said it. And I thought that was quite nice. That was quite a real moment. They let themselves just be a part of that
real
moment.
Yeah, Dilj's impression of Neeru was just so good. And then he goes, "Ek clip bana do. Go and make it."
Yeah.
He said in English, he goes, "Go and make it. This is going to make a clip."
Yeah. He
like,
knows what he's doing.
You can speak English very well.
He can. He did a whole interview question in English a couple of weeks ago.
It's on my to watch this. I haven't watched it yet. That's a very good point. Which
really
means,
good.
in the vid, when he comes on our pod, you're
Shut
going to
up,
be fine.
man. That's not going to happen. No chance.
Sorry, he's never going to come on a pod.
No, he's not going to speak in English on the pod. Okay.
Oh, good. That's fine. If you're saying that, that's okay. Which means you're going to speak in Punjabi.
No, I just said that like Hanji.
You're gonna
yes.
do that, right? Agreement noises.
I'm gonna hum like you. I'm gonna wear a shirt that says "I'm the hummingbird" today. All right. Or I'm just gonna wear like a fat hummingbird on my t-shirt to let people know that I am occupying that role for the day. I should genuinely buy you a hummingbird t-shirt just for you to wear.
Hanji Paji. I think you're gonna pull it out. You'll pull it out in Punjabi.
Anyway, so shout out to Haroon for that episode. He kept that so on the down low. I saw him on Saturday night. He didn't mention a single word about it. Then Monday, I see all this. I was like, bro, you didn't say anything. And then apparently he got the call the day before that it was all happening. So very happy for him, man. Well done. You did a good interview. And to balance Neeru and Dilj in the same interview is quite difficult because they both have been through very different incidences recently. Obviously, he wants to ask Dilj about the Met Gala, etc. But he also needs to keep Neeru a part of the conversation, which is difficult. So he balanced it very well.
What did you make of the part where he gets emotional? Genuine?
I think that was emotional. I think it was real for him. Yeah. I don't think anyone's asked him about it since retrospectively, so it might have taken time for it to sink in for him. There's the hummingbird. There's the hummingbird. There it is.
I do. The research that Haroon had done was on point. Because the way he asked the question, tell me about the Gurmukhi Akkar, I was like, spot on, mate. Spot on.
Yes.
So, he does his homework. Or he does his homework and he probably has a good, talented research team as well. So shout out to them as well. Yeah.
Shout out to the guys at Asian Network and shout out to Haroon. Always proud of you, bro. Right, next topic. Got it happy?
Very happy. Ecstatic.
Right. Next topic. Do you know who Zohran Mamdani is?
I have been seeing this man for the past week, but until you sent me these more focused clips to watch, I was just like, who is this dude? First when I started seeing the clips, you just see it on Reels, but you kind of go past it. I thought it was like a spoof or something.
I started following him like a week and a half ago from Indian Doctor because he won the primary of the New York mayor election.
Right,
that is a massive mouthful.
What's a primary?
So you essentially win the right to compete against the current person in charge of the mayor. What's it called? Of the mayorship of New York. It used to be, it currently is a guy called Eric Adams, who was backed by the Democratic Party, but now he's standing to run as an independent.
Okay.
So the Democratic Party are going to put someone forward to go against that.
Mhm.
And they have in Zohran. He won the option to go against him. He beat Chris Cuomo, who was a household name. He was ousted in 2021 for some sexual allegation stuff.
Oh,
So,
damn.
yeah, not good. So he beat him and quite convincingly. And this guy had zero presence, zero social media info when he started and kicked off his campaign. He was just a person from New York in New York, trying to raise issues and go against the system. And he actually blew up in popularity by engaging people who voted for Donald Trump in New York. He actually sat with them, filmed it, and said, "Why did you vote for Trump?" And he didn't ask them confrontationally. He just genuinely wanted to know. And a lot of them were citing things like cost of living. I don't like the way my life's going. I feel poor. And he's like, those are fair points.
Reasonable points,
And he didn't get angry at them for that. He just took time to understand and ask them the question. He's done things where he's gone to food stalls and he's gone to kebab shops and guys who run like a little trolley. And he spoke to them and said, "How much do you charge for this?" And they're like, $12. And he said, "What would it take for you to charge $10? And he went through like a list of things that they need doing and why they charge $12 because of permits they have to pay and how things are out of control, too expensive, and how the system's broken and they can't get permits. And he just showed it really succinctly, really clearly. And he asked people on the street, "Would you rather pay $10 or $12? They're like, $10. And he said, "All right, cool." So he's doing all this really not basic, but breaking it down, making it super clear what the problems are and just showing people these are the problems. So he's done populism, but he's done it in a way that's actually with stats, numbers, figures.
So people get
it out there.
It feels real, feels tangible. I can understand it rather than just being really wishy-washy and abstract.
Yeah.
That's the problem in politics.
Yeah.
People know it's like cost of living, right? Like we can say that, we throw it around. What does it mean, number one? And number two, what is the reason behind cost of living is a harder thing to do. But if you can dissect that, you'll get people on your side.
Yeah.
That's interesting about the people that answer the question about why Donald Trump. So exactly, so if what they're saying as the reason they voted is reasonable, like the things you just quoted there, and then they felt that he was the best person to tackle that problem. So you can't blame.
He also had a supercharged social media campaign, and I was so impressed by this because he stood for just basic morals. For example, one of the things he did. Let me just find this.
This is Trump we're talking about, yeah?
No, Mamdani.
Oh, Zohran. Okay.
Yeah. So he stopped accepting donations for his campaign once it reached its legal cap.
No, who does that?
He said, "I'm going to stop now. I've reached my cap. Just go out there and knock on doors for me if you want to help and support." He said, "I don't need anything else. I just need you to go and be mobile and go and campaign for me. That's it. Stop giving me money. I've reached my limit. I can't do anything more with it." Others just kept accepting like money as if they were like swallowing down a hellhole, like Chris Cuomo.
Okay.
So that was very impressive. And I thought that shows good morals and good ethics. He's only 33.
What's his background?
He's Gujarati Muslim.
No, as in career-wise.
His job. I have no idea.
Because, everything you're saying is good, right? The lens I'm going to view this through, though, is let's see
skepticism.
Let's go with longevity, right? Like, let's see where he's going to be. Because I remember sitting with somebody who got in to run a hospital trust, and they were like, "Yeah, we're going to fix things, we're going to make it better." And then when I realized how much shit there was, like each political party that comes into power in the EU government, they're like, "Oh, we inherit all this bullshit from the previous government." Black hole, 22 million, whatever it might be.
Billion, get it right.
It was billion, was it?
Big difference.
It wasn't billion, was it? It was million. Right, yeah.
Billion,
I was thinking, was it billion? But I say that because then you listen to like America's national debt and you're like, it's 1.3 trillion. You're like, oh, okay, fine. Maybe it is billion,
but you can't quantify that. Like I can't. If you show me that many zeros, I'll just zone out. Billions is where like I understand things. Beyond that, I'm lost.
Yeah.
And that's single-digit billions. When you say 10, I'm like, that doesn't sound like a number anymore.
Yeah. There's a broken clip, I don't know if you've seen it on there, which compares a million to a billion in terms of seconds or years or something. Yes. And it made so much sense. I was like, okay, that's a big number. That's a very, very big number. Very big number. What was I just saying to you? Yeah, so I like what he's saying.
You like his energy.
I like his energy. I like that he wants to connect with people, understand the problem, genuinely want to make a difference. Can he make a difference? Because is everyone going to have, when he gets into power, he obviously cannot do everything himself, right? Therefore, he must have a interdependent way of working, as in he has to work with teams or work with other people who are not going to have the same values and morals and ethics as him.
I don't know, man. I'm going to be open here. I don't know how the American system works compared to the UK. I can only compare it to the UK. So when you think of what Mayor Khan has here in London, he has his own budget. He gets to set things up in his own way, and he implements policy in his own structure because he's in charge of London. Yeah. I don't know if the mayorship in New York has the same thing, but
I think mayorship in America has more power.
Thing works. Yeah,
I think they have more power I'm not saying compare with the actual, the Republicans and the Democrats there. I'm saying even within his mayorship, right, his local structure, the other people there, kind of not the surrogates, the parallel organizations that he will have to work with, not in government. Right?
I hear you. Yeah.
They're going to be corrupt people there. They're going to be people that do not share his vision. People who like things done, how they've been done, being paid off. Maybe not even corrupt, right? They just think, well, we don't need to do this much good. Whatever it is, I want to see how does he navigate that. That'll be the thing to see.
That'll be interesting. Apparently, before office, his career was a foreclosure prevention and housing counsellor, assisting lower-income, non-white homeowners in Queens with eviction notices and efforts to remain in their homes. He said the experience motivated him to run for office to address the housing and affordability crisis.
So you can see why he's doing it. Cool. I like his why.
Good motive. So anyway, Gujarati Muslim, he's 33. Couple of his policies. He said buses will be free in New York City for all to use and should be fast. And he will be applying a congestion charge to sort of allow buses to run and roam freely in New York.
Okay, so that was going to be my follow-up question. How do you pay for free buses? So he's going to charge the people using the car. Okay,
and also, he said out of his whole budget, he's just taken that small chunk there to contribute towards the buses thing, which, okay, that's different. I don't know how viable that is, but it sounds like a nice idea. Make it more affordable to live in New York City through city-owned grocery stores that are exempt from taxes to charge customers less for food.
Okay, yep.
Childcare support for parents starting from 6 weeks to 5 years old.
Wow. Now
6 weeks. I was like, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say.
How you doing that?
Yeah. So remember, in the UK now, from September this year, we will have...
He didn't say how much, though. He just said some childcare support.
Money is money.
Every little helps.
Welcome, yeah. 9 months in the UK for nursery hours from September.
Yes.
So 6 weeks is, wow.
Did you see his broad appeal and use of language in his reels?
His language, it's just amazing. I mean, his Urdu obviously sounds quite fluent. And then the second language he spoke.
He had these super cool clips on his socials where he was using Bollywood clips and overlaying them on top of his reels. And then he was also saying to people in Urdu, don't vote for Cuomo. This is what he's going to do. This is everything he's doing. This is what I'm doing. Imagine Cuomo is this guy from a Bollywood sketch. I would show all this to you guys, but I'll get copyright stricken, so I can't. If you want to go find it, it's definitely out there. Just type in Zohran Mamdani and Bollywood and you'll find it. This clip, I want to play a little part of it. So let me just find it, just to show you how his language is, or his use of language is.
Strategy ignores most of our city, yet we knew that we could turn them out if they saw themselves in our policies. We ran a campaign that tried to talk to every New Yorker, whether I could speak their language.
आपकी वजह से हमने $8 million रेज किया है, 6 लाख से ज़्यादा दरवाजे खटखटाए हैं,
or just tried.
Que se comprometa al bienestar.
All the words are new. And the coalition that came out on Tuesday,
even he admits that he gets it wrong, and that's quite refreshing,
people love it.
Man.
People love it. Like when you go to a different country, if you try and speak the language, people really appreciate. So if you bring that into politics, right? Because even if you're... No, that's not right. But even if you have an alternative motive, right? The amount of effort it takes to try and do what he's trying to do, it's a lot of effort, man.
Yeah.
Fair play to the guy.
Social media campaigns on steroids. Absolutely smashed it. And here we go. With that going comes a heavy dose of what? A heavy dose of racism. Here we go. So let's look at this clip.
So the third holy grail of taboos in American politics, you have socialism, you have Islam, and then you have Palestine. And you are really going for the trifecta.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Tell me, why is Palestine a part of your politics?
When you grow up as someone, especially in the third world, you have a very different understanding of the Palestinian struggle.
So he puts that up, and it's not actually the fact he's talking about the Palestinian struggle. It's the fact that he's eating Joel with his hands. And this is what triggered so many fucking Americans.
It's like the
And
tube
it's
all
just
over
like
again.
the body on the clip
Yeah.
in London,
Yep.
on the tube, the body
On
on
the
the
tube.
tube, sorry, not in the clip, the body on the tube in London. Oh my gosh. So here we go. Post number 1 of racist comments from Congressman Brandon Gill.
Wow.
Civilized people in America don't eat like this. If you refuse to adopt Western customs, go back to the third world. This is because he's from Uganda. Okay. Now, what's really funny about that is his wife is called Danielle D'Souza,
Right.
right? And somebody found his wife and said, your wife is South Indian. She grew up eating rice with her hands. You're literally marrying into it. She then finds this clip, obviously triggered, and said, I did not grow up eating rice with my hands. I have always used a fork. I was born in America. I'm a Christian MAGA patriot. My father's extended family lives in India. They are Christian and use forks too. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So, Gus Khan, our Gus Khan finds a picture of her and her dad right there, puts it on Twitter, and says, this is your dad, bro. Uncle is munching with his hands, as he should. You weren't born in a shitty American rom-com. You should be proud of your father's heritage, not selling him out to appease your husband's fan base. That's gross. And he actually finds in the clip, circles it. Let me just jundi in for you. Circles the fact that she is eating roti with her.
Please tell me there was a response to that.
Of course not. He's too small for that. But beautiful. And somebody also said, you're supposed to eat Joel with a spoon, not with a fork. Another thing to point out.
Are you a spoon user or a fork user?
I'm a spoon user, man. I want to scoop it all up. It's so much easier. Instead of the fork just drops so many bits out. The spoon is just go. So
it doesn't matter what you're having the child with. You'll always have a spoon.
Yeah, always a spoon. Every time. Even if I'm in a restaurant, I'm like, can I have a spoon? It just makes it quicker.
Yeah.
I don't care if the other person judges me. I am going to eat with the spoon. It's just faster. It's more enjoyable.
Have you ever tried child with hands?
Of course I have.
Okay. How'd you find it?
Difficult. I mean, I've eaten sushi and I've had it, and I was like, yeah, hands.
No, not sushi. We're talking like biryani. We're talking like matar paneer.
I've tried it in the past. I found it very difficult.
It's hard, isn't it? It's not
I found
easy,
it difficult.
Man.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Now, no one judged him for eating his food in the way he did because it was out of a tiffin, number one. Number two, he's I was about to say congressman, but he's not. He's running for office.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he gets this bit of leniency from the community. Have we changed our stance now on the fact that he eats rice and jawla with his hands, and eating rice and jaw with your hands is actually okay?
Exactly.
No, have we?
No, but who's we? We never had an issue with it.
No, we as in like, we analyze this. I'm making a clip about it now. It's going out like this week about the body on the tube.
Right.
So have we changed our opinion on this?
What was our original opinion?
Original opinion was the buddy was eating the plate on the train.
Yeah. No,
and she had one hand on the phone, one hand yamming with her hands.
We answered the question, why do people get triggered? That was the reason. That
yes,
doesn't change
we also tried to rationalize it and say, if she did a couple steps removed, like number one, had it in a tiffin.
No.
Number two, was on the phone. Like,
but again, remember the most important thing. What did he do in this video? He's speaking English. Then English neutralizes everything.
English.
Yeah, it neutralizes
he's
everything.
Yamming his food. It's mad that he spoke about the Palestinian struggle there. And everyone's like, he's eating food with his hands and he's eating rice with it. Ugh!
I can't do that. It doesn't make sense in my brain.
God, why would you do such a thing? Post 2 of racism.
Right.
Someone said, called Laura Luma, honestly, being an Islamist and communist was enough for me to not want him in office. He is from Africa. You can tell by the way he eats. Disgusting. My dogs are cleaner and more civilized when they eat than little Muhammad.
Oh my God.
Racism's very much alive.
Oh my God.
So, Gordon,
that's not even...
obviously people found receipts, didn't they? And somebody found, here is a clip of you eating dog food with your bare hands. It's going to play the clip.
This is the bison product right here. It clearly says dog food topper. You can see on camera. Actually tastes good. I'm not going to lie.
The same kutti.
Same goodie. I didn't say kutti. Same goodie. Same goodie.
I say kutti.
The internet has receipts, bro.
But
when you see this, you're like, Jello, fair play.
Overt racism. Little Muhammad. Like, oof. Some people, man.
What can you say, bro? Oh,
Like, dude, I'm trying to understand from her
what
perspective.
are you trying to understand, Budgie?
I'm trying to. You help me understand.
I will try and help you
When
understand.
somebody puts a hateful, racist comment out, what do they get from it, and what do they want from it?
A bigger fan base for their message of what they already are on at the moment.
Okay, so they want.
So if you think about
attention.
it, if you've got a grift, which is hating on ethnic minorities or whatever, and you double down on it, you triple down on it, you get a bit of traction off this. You might get more people following you, more people interacting with you, more people come into your podcast, whatever you do. Yeah.
Yeah,
But some people do genuinely feel like this. It's the whole American values, Christian values, like stuff like that they feel like is going out the window. Also, because you said he was pro-Palestine there, so they used Islamist, communist, and then called him Muhammad.
I don't do this often. Yesterday, I did end up on Twitter, and Twitter is, or X is, it's just wow. Like, it's just
You get everything, man.
Everything, man. And I saw this post, and it was pretty much like, look, what's happening in Palestine is genocide, but I don't want to hear about it every 5 minutes. Stop shoving it down my throat. I just want to walk around without somebody telling me about this. I understand. What do you want me to do about it? I oppose it. And the feed was just like the comments.
Must have torn him a whole new one.
Well, you had some people. You had some people agreeing, but some people, like just. I was like, oh. And then
Twitter's an angry place, bro.
It's so angry, man.
Twitter makes you think the real world is anarchy in the streets. It's not. Yeah. It's really
it's
not.
It's a whole different world. Because I think I see that, and then I go into the real world. And I'm like, oh, everyone's just.
Everyone's quite civilized.
Yeah. But this other online world where people just put these comments out, I'm fine. Okay, you said in your example, if you're somebody who's not a personality, hasn't got a platform, is not trying to attract a fan base, you just a random, like the people who do like anonymously, whatever. What do you want from that thing? Is it just a way of venting? Is it like you just want
knowing you rattled someone, knowing you got to them?
Oh, like you do with me. Is that why you do it?
No, this is worse. I only do it to people I know and care about because it's bants. Because they do it to me, and that's very okay. Yeah,
that's true. That's
like
true,
for like, tit for tat, I get it.
Yeah, but doing it to people you don't know,
it's not picking on anyone. But picking on someone like that is a bit wild.
Do you have a phase where you used to post ranty things at people?
Do what? Sorry.
Did you go through a phase in your life where you were particularly like, posting on random things and being rude?
I probably did, Gordon. I probably did on my Twitter somewhere. If someone goes and finds receipts, have at it, man.
Yeah. Are we talking long time ago? We're talking, or
don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've said anything massively abusive. I've just said, well, this is a bit silly, or this is a bit dumb. And then I'm given a reason why it's dumb. And then I said that, and I was like, okay, done. Respectfully, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Shut up.
That Trump meme now, by the way, of him saying when he's when he's got on the plane, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. People were saying, this is me about to watch Man United after 1 month in the football season.
अपनी team change कर ला.
Nahi, Paji.
You think the glory days are coming back?
I don't think anything's coming back. But you make that decision as a child and you live and die by it. If you change teams and no one respects you, no one ever respects you. You live and die by that team.
But whose respect are you seeking? All right, no. Who respects you for still following Man United?
No. I tune in and out of how closely I follow them. Yeah. Now it's at a level where if I have nothing else to do that weekend and I'm free, I will put it on. Otherwise, I will just check the score and that's it. That's as far as it goes. I'll watch all the fan cams afterwards while I'm passively doing pande. Boss, I'm not doing anything else.
When you're watching the big patila and choti patili?
Yes, man. Patila.
Patili?
Big patila. Choti patila. Okay? Shorta patila. Is it shorta patili? No. Because in that way, it would be shorty patili. But I'm saying shorta patila.
Yeah, you're right. It's double negative I did there. Shorty patili. Yeah. A patili is shorty, so come unless it's a short. A very small patili.
It might be. Big patila, little patila.
Square root of the patila is a shorty patili.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Messing with your head, man.
Oh God! Right. Anyway, Mamdani, shout out to you, bro. Hopefully things work out and you go far with your election hopes. It's not going to be settled until November 4th, 5th, so we're probably going to be hearing about this more in the future of the pod. Okay. But yeah, huge respect. Shall we talk about Jinder Mahal's wedding? For people that don't know who Jinder Mahal is, WWE wrestler, he got married on the weekend. Obviously, he had some of the WWE boys roll through. Should we play it?
Play it.
Very cool. Very cool.
Good vibes. Yeah. It's quite surreal, isn't it? It's because it's the whole wrestling scene, the wrestlers, they have, storylines, but then obviously the real people. So when they get married, it's just like, it's like, let's say The Rock and Triple H are like arch dushman, right? But then in real life, they're like, yeah, man, come on, like we're friends.
But they all are like buddies afterwards.
Oh, yeah, but it's
Sorry,
nice
not
to see
all.
that.
I take that back before anybody jumps in the comments and gets upset. Some of them are actually friends off
Nobody
camera.
likes Brock Lesnar.
No, some people actually do like him.
I like Brock Lesnar. I'm saying I don't know the wrestlers, but then Undertaker, I think, gets on with all of them. Austin, I think, gets on with all of them.
I don't know. And I don't want to really venture into this because there are some wrestling nuts out there that listen to every podcast about it. And it's like, okay. For example, I didn't know that Shawn Michaels was an absolute arsehole until I watched the Vince McMahon documentary. Then I was like, oh, Shawn was a dick. But I only knew him as the one from D-Generation X and Triple H. And when they were older, and I was like, oh, they seem quite nice. But I didn't know that they were dicks.
The backstory. Yeah.
Chalo.
But the pyar, man, boy got married, Sony ji pag banke, Munde had the
They all came through. It's cute. It's very cute.
Man. I like seeing that. Good
Shout out
energy.
Jinder.
Yeah. Hope you have a happy wedding. And every time I think of wedding now, I think about the uncle, about the 110 million sperm and 1 egg.
Fucking hell. What was that uncle on, man?
There's a policy video. Das ne
sorry, G.
ज़्यादा excitement ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿਤੀ.
ज़्यादा excitement. Well, on the topic of weddings then, let's just pivot into this real quick. I found this clip. You haven't seen it, but have a little listen, yeah? It's about, you understand what it is. It's a spoof of a wedding in England. So it's a spoof of a wedding in Ireland and being invited to it. Ready?
Come to the stag do, obviously.
Yeah, where is that again? Ibiza. Yeah, 4 nights in Ibiza, right, so lock that in. It's just another baby due in September, but I'll make it work, Then on the wedding day itself, tell me it's in Ireland at least. God, yeah. So the ceremony's in Cork, with her family and all that. And then the reception and the afters, that's in Mayo. With the family and all that. Yeah, 3 nights. This is going to cripple me. Oh, you'll love it when we get there, though. Big sprawling manor. Stunning. Sounds class, yeah. What's it cost? So the hotel is around $450 per night. Fucking hell. But there's a couple of Airbnbs about 5-10 miles away. That's $350 a night. Right, so that's about $2,000 each then, not counting the childminder, the suit, the dress, and the present. Honestly, don't worry about a present or anything like that. It's not one of them fancy upper on arse type weddings. Isn't it? Just stick a few bob in a card, just to cover the cost of the meal. Right, what's that, like 50 quid or? Yeah, $150 each for both of you. I'm not going.
I understand that. I really understand that. Listen, if Gordy can't handle it, everything is finished now. Okay, it's too far.
If Gordy can't handle it, it's finished? What do you mean?
Because normally their kharcha is the highest, because most of them don't tend to cover other people's overheads. However, our kharcha is a little bit less.
You mean that?
So if they can't handle it, it means we are approaching the end game.
Yeah. No, it depends whose perspective you're looking at. Because obviously, when we do big weddings, the family picks up the kharcha, so they pick up a lot more kharcha and say go to wedding. You're talking about attendees, right? People attending the wedding. Yeah. That was funny, man. I was thinking, when you were playing that, I was like, man, this whole fashion now about everybody wants to get married abroad. It's just the thing.
It's a thing. It is becoming a thing, man. Yeah.
And from the perspective of like, if I think, okay, in the future, Akam getting married abroad, would it filter out a lot of people that don't need to be there anymore and be a nice intimate thing? Would it be nice to do a holiday afterwards? Would it be nice to have joint events for both sides? Yeah, I like all those things. What was the point I was going to make? Yes, from the perspective of me attending somebody else's now with child, my God, man, just going to see Meher and Kenny or going to see the in-laws.
Well, coming to ours, even with Ekim, is like a ordeal. It's tough,
right,
man.
Right, yeah, and the amount of samana, the amount of planning,
I
logistical.
know.
So Biadinal outfits, her outfit. I mean, Ekim's chalo, hers is simple, but
yeah, but
logistically-
Ekim's outfit is going to match Shindi's outfit. So Shindi's probably going to get an outfit that's new that matches her and Ekim. So she'll get that tailored. That gets made. That gets bought to you. Then it might not fit Shindy properly. She might want an adjustment. So that's got to be done. But Ekim might grow a little bit. And then you've got all that going on. That's just one outfit. One. You haven't even thought about nappies, kapre, things to change into,
air travel,
different outfit changes, air travel. I don't know if you can take can you check a buggy on a plane? I don't know if you can. Like
yes.
all this shit that you just don't think about. It's like, okay.
It's a lot. There's one thing obviously going on holiday with the baby, which Jolo, you're relaxed, right? And you can take your own pace. And I absolutely am an advocate now for resort-based holidays where you can just basically do chill moj. I can wear the same kapre like every day. Obviously, multiple versions of that t-shirt, and no one judges you. And you can
I was going to say, Gaurav, if you're
just
sweaty boots and you're wearing the same t-shirt 3 days in a
I
row,
have 7 t-shirts.
I'm judging
all
you, sweaty
navy
Singh,
blue.
hairy Singh. Come on, man.
Yeah, 7 navy blue t-shirts. It makes packing really easy. But yeah, going to a wedding though, everything you just mentioned there. The thing is, if the person is close enough, you know you have to do it. So then your preparation, right, the wedding's 3 months away, let's start the planning now.
Do you know what I'd do? I'd just say, I'll go, you guys stay at home. Because that's actually logistically easier and it halves the cost.
Yeah. Sorry, in that, what did you mean? Who would go?
So if you were invited to a wedding, let's say one of your mates is getting married, yeah?
No.
And they're like, Shindy and Ekim are invited. You're like,
make it a family member. Make it neutral, not my friend, her friend. Family member.
I'm on about a friend because that skit was a friend.
Okay, fine.
That skit was a friend.
Because you knowing Shindy, it would be Shindy goes to the wedding and I'll stay with Ekim. That's what it would be.
Anyway, continuing the point, if it's your friend, you, and this example.
Indy's getting remarried to Sanj, yeah. You're renewing your vows.
Okay, and it was, no, that's wrong because Shindy would want to go to it. Give me a passive friend that you have.
Checking.
Give me a passive friend that you have. Think of someone. It doesn't have to be a real fucking person. You're making this so complicated. You're ruining the analogy. Okay.
Come on. Yeah, I've
Think
got a friend.
of a passive
Shindy.
person.
I have a work colleague. Go.
Cool. Work colleague invites you to go to the destination wedding. Oh, hey, Gaurav, you, Shindy, and Ekim can all come. Yeah, fine. You're going through the whole logistics of it and thinking, okay, I've got to weigh up 2 things here. Number 1, am I close enough to actually want to go myself?
Yep.
Number 2, does Shindy and Ekim, is them being there going to help or is it going to make it more of a hindrance? And is that ball ache worth it for this person? Those are the 2 levels of thinking you go through.
Yeah,
if you pass level 1, I don't think you'll go through level 2.
Yeah, be careful with the word hindrance. It's not that they're a hindrance.
No, I'm not saying they're a hindrance. I'm on about the
exactly
whole process of getting there. Apologies, I used the wrong word and the wrong phrasing. The whole hindrance of getting there, packing everything, making sure you get on the plane on time, getting to all the events on time, because they ain't waiting for you. So you got to get up hours earlier to get everything ready and on point. That's stressful. Then you probably have to check out of the party early to go and put your baby to bed. What enjoyment are you really having out of this? The 3 of you being there.
And that last point is what you summarize. It's how enjoyable. It's in the same way where I give this advice to people. People have 2 kind of approaches to holidaying with a baby. Some are like, no holidays, UK based, if you're in the UK based only until they're of a certain age. Potty trained, can talk, walk, that kind of stuff. It's a bit more manageable. They can just do their own thing, independent play. Or you can take the kind of what we've done, which is start quite early. And yeah, holidays are not holidays in the traditional sense. What you need is a lot of hands. And if there's shared care, then yeah, okay, there are pockets of time where you can generally relax. But holidays are full on. And as a parent, you appreciate nursery, because when you don't have nursery and you don't have your own time, it's just full on every day. So yeah.
I know parents that look forward to school time being back. They're like skipping to work. They're like, yeah. The kids are gone.
Yeah. Well, the good thing now, though, when we had this when we were growing up, so the private school that we were in meant that we had extra holidays. I'm sure you had the same thing. And so, so that was mom and dad were like, well, we need to go back to work.
The adage is the more you pay for fees,
the
the less they go to school.
And you're like,
which is crazy.
That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. They're like, no, we're rewarding them. So they have more time with you. Okay. Just shop.
Okay.
Anyway, but now there are, I think you probably had as well, play schemes. So we used to go to certain play schemes. Which is basically fun day all day, which again, we used to have fun as it like, I used to play Donkey Kong all day, man. There's just one PlayStation set up and I used to play Donkey Kong all day. I used to love it. Donkey Kong, cricket, Donkey Kong all day. And then there used to be a tuck shop. I used to have so many of those wham bars. It was not healthy. But
it was not healthy.
It was not healthy at all. Tangy Toms all day. But then mum and dad used to get to go to work, right? Like, as in, not get to, they had to go to work. So that's a good solution. So yeah, I think when we're in the territory of 6-week holidays, then yeah,
6-week holidays is rough.
Yeah, like
choppy waters, mate.
Even if you holiday with your family, like it's ek hafta do hafte, you're breaking it. Right, I'm sending you to boarding school, mate.
Oh God! Right, happy?
Happy.
Right, give me my jingle for. Actually, no, there is no jingle. We're just going to do a quick "What's happening" to wrap this episode up.
Lovely.
So, Garrett, I'm going to tell you what's happening.
No, I'm going to tell you how great I am.
You're going to Marriage Material, and I have already seen Marriage Material.
Correct.
So I'm going to give you a couple brief pointers here that won't ruin the entire thing, but you'll be able to enjoy it.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. I saw it with Sanj. I saw it with her sister Aki, and I don't know if I need to beat that name. I saw it with her sister, and we. Let's start that again. Yep. I saw it with Sanj, her sister, and a mate of ours, Amna, which is great. We got to the theatre just in the nick of time because our friend Amna is always late, even though the place is 10 minutes away from our home.
Right.
And we're in West London. So we travelled from East London and got there on time and she was late. Anyway, I love you, Ams, but you take the piss sometimes. So got to the venue, sat down, watched the play, didn't know what to expect. I knew it was done by Satnam Sanghera. I knew it was going to be probably Punjabi related.
When you say done by him, what do you mean by that?
The play's been written by him.
Oh, wow.
Actually, sorry, no. I take that back. The book is written by him. It's now been adopted into a play. That's what's happened.
Okay. What's his book called? Marriage Material?
Yeah, the book's called Marriage Material.
Oh, wow. I literally
just certify that.
Yeah, certify that. I thought his whole vibe was all about, the Raj and...
He's done other things. His new book's about George Michael, I think.
Okay. Wow. That's
doing something different.
Very different, yeah.
Come on. Chaldani. Yes, Satnam Sanghera did write Marriage Material, his first novel, published in 2013.
His first novel? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, first novel.
So going into it, did you read any kind of blurb or did you...
I didn't read anything. No, nothing at all. So I didn't know what to expect. Went into it and I was very impressed. I had a nice time. I enjoyed the second half more than the first.
Right.
Because the second half felt more up to date with today, trapped in between two different generations.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say is some of the acting in it was splendid. I was very impressed by people who occupied multiple roles because it's only a certain number of people play.
Okay.
And only in the end did I manage to piece together who was actually playing what role in some cases, which was actually very cool. Because it shows fluidity in how people were able to act. A couple of the people actually followed us prior to the actual show. So one of the girls' names is Kieran. So I DM'd all of them afterwards saying, really well done, really impressed. It was great. I hope it does well. And when it came to Birmingham this week, which is now past, so you guys would have missed it, sorry. But I posted on our story and I said, go and see it. And a few people did DM us saying, yep, booked. So really happy that actually had some tangible impact. Mm-hmm. But one of the girls, her name's Kieran. She followed us for a while. Didn't even know that until I messaged her. And she said, this means a lot. Thank you. I've been following you guys for a while. And yeah, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. And it was good to see this play go back to Birmingham. There's a lot of Birmingham references because Satnam wrote it from the perspective of someone living in Wolverhampton. So when I was watching it in London, there were some Birminghamisms that I don't know that landed too well there, but are relevant to Birmingham.
But you got them.
I got them. And after you see the show, I'll point it out to you and you'll be like, yeah, I see how that probably didn't fit too well in London. But nonetheless, great show. For those that didn't check it out, sorry, but read the book. And yeah, go ahead and tell us your actual thoughts next week and then we'll properly unpack it.
How did you find Jazz Diol, Indy's crush?
So I didn't know that was Jazz because he used to wear a bug, right?
Well, in EastEnders he does, but I don't know if he's...
No, I think in real life as well, if I'm not mistaken. And I think he cut his hair.
Okay, don't know that.
But He was good, but I didn't know that was him until someone pointed out to me afterwards because I never watched him in EastEnders, so I had no idea.
Was he a protagonist or the protagonist?
Watch it and find out.
Indy. Okay.
I wouldn't say there's a protagonist in it.
Right,
I wouldn't say there's a protagonist at all. It's just a very smooth story.
Okay. And what was the crowd base like? Mix or?
Crowd was actually quite mixed. I expected it to just be brown, but there were a lot of white people. And I said to Sanj, why do you think that is? And she said, because Satnam's got a broader appeal than just brown people. Fair point.
That's a very fair point. That's exactly what we need to do, Indy.
That's exactly what we need to do.
Exactly what we need to do.
Yeah.
To all our non-Punjabi friends, we like you.
Thank you for listening.
Listen to the podcast. Oh, God.
And lastly, saw Mehfil live, which I'm surprised you didn't try and go and see.
Bro, where was I? Tell me.
Where were you?
Tell me. That Tuesday, where was I? I was with you, wasn't I?
We were
what
shooting
were we doing? Top secret
live pod. A top secret live pod. That will be released soon.
Live pod.
I'm surprised she didn't go. No one could look at it.
Yeah,
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does the word Mehfil mean?
Mehfil just means get together.
Yeah. Great word, isn't it?
Yeah, but I thought, what's the difference between that and shindig?
Sorry, one's not Punjabi, one's English.
Oh, is that literally it? Okay, fine.
Mehfil's not an English word.
No, I know it's not, but
Shindig
we could have just said translated to shindig.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were equating Mehfil and shindig as exactly the same. Different languages there.
Yes, I know that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, they're just synonyms you use there. I get together.
Yes.
But it's a nice sounding, like it's a really happy, Mehfil kadiye. Like,
yeah, you hear it in songs as well.
Exactly, right? Growing up, we'd hear Mehfil. At one point, I thought Mehfil was a person. I was like, who's Mehfil?
Same. I actually did as well.
Who's
no
Mehfil?
fucking kidding. I actually thought that.
Yeah. Mehfil Connor. Who is this? I want to meet Mehfil. Where is it?
So Sanj burst into my office on Thursday morning saying, I got tickets to Mehfil. I've got them right here. I'm going to book them now. Can you come? I said, I'm meant to go to Birmingham tonight. So book it and we'll find someone to go. And if no one can go with you, then I'll go. And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, just book it. It's cool.
Magic, baby. Look at the
so
response.
She booked it. I messaged a few people. I messaged a few people in London saying, are you free? And they're like, oh, sorry, I booked it for this date. No, sorry, not free. So I thought, Jello, I'll go. So moved all my plans around. I went on the Thursday night with Sanj, and it was in a community hall in, I wouldn't say, it was Southeast London.
Yep.
So we drove because it was actually easier to drive. Very Bindu hall. So you walk in, it was very hot on that day, and it just felt nice. So the seats were really tiny and small that you could barely fit into.
School hall style.
School hall style.
You know what
they came on stage. They had plants and stuff, which is nice in the aesthetic. And they did some banging live music. And the vibe in there was just joyful and happiness.
Yeah. It was kind of like, there's two things for me. When I saw your clips, I thought of when you went to see Malkeet Singh. Those kind of vibes in that kind of
kind of hall.
And the second thing is, when you attend a lady Sangeet, where it's obviously all ladies
clapping,
on the floor,
all the clapping.
But it's you never have like the men's version of that. Like it just doesn't exist, right?
Well, all their fans are female. So
no, that's fine. But the closest you'll see to that is maybe in music videos when you see guys late night on top of the roof in the pind dropping some boliyan together.
It's the vibe they were going for.
That's the vibe, right? And then I saw your thing, and then I think the clip you had was Yard Bolda you sent me when you went to the. But everyone was just willing to
singing along,
join in, and they just happy vibes. I think you're right. It was just happy vibes in there.
They were really good, man. There's 4 guys on the band. The guy that I liked the most was Jushin. He was the guy at the end. He didn't speak that much. Jushin,
right.
yeah.
Jushin.
He was at the end. He was playing the tumba, not tumbi. He made a point of telling us that.
What is it?
And what a tumba? Tumba is the bigger tumbi, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that was the thing. And
almost like
he was more mysterious, but he also played, I've forgotten the name of it, but it's like a small guitar.
Ukulele?
No. It's a small Punjabi. It's not a Punjabi instrument either, but it's used at have you heard bead at the start of bead? It's got that small guitar sound.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Googling it now? Trying to find it.
Don't worry about it. Go on.
Okay.
I was going to.
So,
go on.
Playing that, and I was very impressed by him because there's a guy in the middle called Kabir who plays tabla, who plays like the backing music a lot, very, very well. He gets a lot of the limelight, and so does the lead singer Raja. But him, Jushin, and the guy on the far right, I've forgotten his name, he's the other guitar player. He's very good. So those two guys are the unsung guys that I've really paid attention to. And Sanj said to me, I wasn't sure if you'd like it. I said, no, I like live music because I can just get lost in what someone's doing and just watch them for the whole song.
What was Sanj's opinion based on you not liking it? Because?
She's always worried about me liking live music. I said, when was the last time I went to a live music show with you and it sucked?
S Club 7.
Yes.
Yes.
Punjabi live concert then.
Yeah, rare, isn't it? But there's not... How much Punjabi live music is there really?
Not much.
There's not much. So, and I think, whatever gets put out tends to be good. So to be clear, is all covers or?
It's covers. They have a couple of their own songs. The majority of their discography is on YouTube. It's not on Spotify. So check them out on YouTube. 4 guys, all from America. A couple were born and raised in the UK from what I understood. But they took time off from work. They came over here and performed, which I thought was amazing. So big shout out to them. Very proud, very impressed. Long may it continue.
I almost thought it was going to be, that singer that we follow who's in the army, the US Army.
They're the next iteration. They're the Canadian version.
Right, because they have like a band thing. I see their videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're really good. I like watching their stuff as well.
I like them, but they're the next iteration. I'm telling you. And when they come over, my lads, we got to do something.
We got to do something, man. Tusi live, tumba leke aao, sab kuch leke aao. Indy, what can you play? You can play something, can't you? Oh, bloody Chimta Master here.
Give me Chimta. Give me, what else is there? I can do ad-libs. Ad-libs very easily.
King, ad-lib king.
Little bit of talkie.
Listen, I'm going to get a 4-mic setup, right? I'm going to get you the lyrics on my iPad. You talk about the Patiyan Sardaarjiyan, right? You tell them, right, about those gangsters, Indy, all right?
I will do. We haven't done lyrics this week. We'll save it for next week.
Yeah, we will.
But that's the episode. That was a jam-packed episode. It's been a while since me and Karen have been together. It's been lovely. And we will see you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed the Beyond episode, by the way, people. Let us know your thoughts. Tell us what did you enjoy? Did you find it unexpected, some of the topics we touched on? I did in the moment, can't lie. But Beyond the top man. By the way, Karen, side note, me and Beyond are doing this thing where we're voicing each other in Punjabi for like a minute a day to try and improve our Punjabi. And he's giving me bare pointers. So that's fun. Thank you, Beyond. That is very difficult for me and I will continue to do it.
Okay, so how about a suggestion? Why don't you just do it in the group that I'm also part of? Maybe
because I want to one day come in here and flex on you when it's in a good place. That's why.
You know what, Indy? ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਨਫ਼ਰਤ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਹੁਣ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ.
Why are you angry at me?
ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਐਕਸਕਲੂਡ ਕੀਤਾ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ
ਕੱਢਿਆ. Don't do that. Don't do that.
ਤੂੰ ਦੇਖੀ ਹੁਣ ਕੀ ਹੋਗਾ. ਤੂੰ ਦੇਖੀ ਹੁਣ ਕੀ ਹੋਗਾ. ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਰਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕਰਦਾ ਪੋਡਕਾਸਟ ਤੋਂ. ਹੁਣੀ ਇਸੀ ਵਕਤ. ਇਸੀ ਵਕਤ.
ਕੌਣ? ਪਾਚਾ ਕੌਣ?
ਕਰਤਾ ਮੈਂ. ਬਾਈ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ.
ਕੌਣ?
ਮਿੱਤਰੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਲੱਭੋ.
ਕੌਣ?
ਲੱਭ ਲਾ ਹੋਰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਤੂੰ. ਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ. ਗੌਣ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ. ਮੇਰੀ ਛੋਟੀ ਪਤੀਲੀ ਬੁਲਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ.
Bloody idiot. Right, people, we are still together. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Indy and Doctor podcast. Please check out the rest of our episodes here. Don't forget to subscribe here, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Goodbye.